Hey G Squad, welcome back to an episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode right there is cool, amazing power right here in my hand, and basically what this is a portable toilet that you can use basically anywhere you want to. So the one that I got right here is a 2-pack that came together. There is an option for you guys to buy one at a time, but I'd rather get the 2-pack just in case if I need an extra one or I can share with families as well. Basically how this works is that there's a little gap right there in the middle for you guys to open up to start peeing in there, or you guys can put liquid in there or whatever. I wouldn't recommend going for number 2 in here, but number 1 is more ideal. This is unisex and also reusable, which is pretty awesome. I believe it's also supposed to be leak proof as well, but we'll find out about that in a second. But it's definitely a really cool product because when you guys are traveling, especially if you guys are stuck in traffic for a really long time, and if you guys need to use the restroom for number 1, then it's really hard to find a restroom, or it's hard to just stop in the sidewalk and just take a number 1. So definitely a super awesome product and super useful. I wish I had this a while back ago when I was going on trips and stuff, when I was stuck in traffic. This would have been really useful. And if you guys can see, it shows you guys right here of what is the capacity and how much can it fill. But let's open up the package first and see what it looks like. Alright, so when we first open it up, this is basically what it looks like inside. So I believe they give you guys a little bag to hold it, which is pretty cool. So it's a little see-through bag that you can use. And right here we have the actual product itself. The material itself feels pretty good. I believe they use some kind of plastic material on here, but it's definitely really cool. So if you guys are not peeing too much and it's just like a little amount, then this is fine. But if you guys need more, just go like this. So that's the maximum. So if you guys need to pee a lot, then this is how much you can pee. And if you guys get more than one of these, then obviously there's more room for you guys to pee. But for these, it's pretty cool because it's expandable. So once you guys finish using it, pour it out, rinse it however you guys want to at a public restroom or whatever. And right here, you have to open it up and then start peeing in there. So you can see that the hole is pretty big, so you can definitely have a big hole to aim for. You guys don't have to worry about not being able to aim that small hole or big hole, whatever. And once you guys are done, just close it back up. Make sure it's completely sealed. And it should be leak proof, but I'll definitely do a quick test in a second. And then once you guys are done using it, or if you guys don't need that long, just close it back up like this. So I would recommend opening up before closing, so it's easier because of the air. You guys can see it's much easier to open once we have the little hole right here open, because once it's closed, then it's completely sealing in the air. That's why it's much harder to close it, if you guys can see. So make sure you guys have this part open when you guys close it back up and opening it. And I love the way how they designed the actual opening right here, so that way you guys can actually aim it really easily. So if you guys open like this, so for guys, you guys can definitely just aim it through that hole right there. And I guess for girls, you guys have to like squat position or something. But that's basically what the overall product looks like if it's insane. So now let's actually go do a quick leak proof test to see when it's actually leak proof first. And then we'll come back and talk more about the product in a second. Alright, so we have the product right here. Let's do a quick leak proof and also I guess a waterproof test as well. So let's open up first. Pour some liquid in here. Alright, so I'll just pour that much for now. Load up the lid. Make sure it's completely sealed. Alright, let's see if it's leak proof. Alright, so you can see that the product itself is completely leak proof. And if we do get water on it, it is water resistant or waterproof at a certain extent. But I do feel like over time, you guys use it more and more and keep opening and closing this part here, it will probably get looser over time. So it probably won't be fully leak proof over time when you use it. But definitely as a first hand perspective of using it, it is pretty leak proof and it doesn't leak out or anything. And obviously if you guys want to use more, you just want to open it up, pull it all the way and just fill it all the way if you guys want to. But you guys want to make sure you guys want to use it all the way. Don't do it when you guys already have liquid inside. Make sure to pull it all the way first before using it, because if you guys pull it out when you guys have liquid inside, this is going to splatter everywhere. Alright, you guys can see I have all the water filled up inside, so that's actually a lot of liquid in there. Close it back up. Let's see if this is leak proof now. Alright, so it is pretty leak proof as well, even when you guys have more water in here. I believe the maximum is 750 milliliter that they mentioned, so it does work. And also what's really cool is the fact that since it has a flat bottom, you guys can just put it like that if you guys want to. And it does hold pretty well, if you can see. Where you guys have it downboard, there's a lot more support. So this is what I mean right here. So if you guys have it all the way down like this, you guys can see it's much more stable. Alright, welcome back guys. So now you guys saw the quick test of product itself. You guys can see that it is leak proof to a certain extent, depending on how good you guys close the lid. I think over time, as you guys use the product more and more and try to close the lid more and more, the lid might get a little bit loose, so it might not be fully leak proof over time. But definitely one thing to note is that when you guys close the actual lid itself, make sure it's completely sealed and there's not like any opening or whatever, because if you guys don't seal it correctly, then it will leak out. But I don't think that should be an issue if you guys don't like flip the lid like that. If you guys have it like straight up like this, it should be fine. Even if it's tilted a little bit, I think it should be fine, but just make sure it's not completely like tilted upside down, because that way it's like pushing all the force of the liquid out and eventually it might leak out. But definitely the product is super useful and super awesome, especially like I mentioned when you guys are traveling, like if you guys are stuck in traffic, especially for those guys who go on festivals or whatever and stuck in traffic to go into the entrance or whatever. This would be super useful. So now that we did the unboxing and testing the product itself, now to answer the question of whether or not it's actually worth it or not. So for me, honestly, I would definitely have to say that these are worth it if you guys want one or need one of these. Especially like I mentioned earlier, if you guys travel a lot and you guys are stuck in traffic or something, this is super useful. So that way you guys don't have to pull over to the side just to pee or something. Or maybe you guys don't need to pull over to pee, but you guys don't have to find a restroom or whatever. This one's definitely super convenient. You guys can just pee in here, close it back up, and then pour it out later on and rinse it again and reuse it, which is pretty awesome. But then obviously for those guys who don't want or don't need one or have to need one of these, then obviously don't buy one and save the money for something else that you do need. But other than that, that's pretty much it for quick unboxing and testing on the product itself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, then make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. And if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more, then make sure to click on that bell notification in the bottom to be notified of new videos that will be coming up in the future. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.